Premier League is back. It's match day one's already done, and it means I've got 37 more match days to go of stress, drama, getting up early in the morning, watching West Ham on a random Wi-Fi connection in public, and just being stressed out in general. But I wouldn't change it for the world, though. Let's be honest. Game 1 away at Bournemouth. I expected us to try and get a win out of this, but wasn't to be. And it was literally a case of the good, the bad and the ugly. Just without all the cowboy stuff. It finished AFC Bournemouth 1, West Ham United 1 at Vitality Stadium in a game where West Ham had control in the first half but then undid themselves time and time and time again. I think that although there were many individual positives in this game, there were also some collective errors. And that's just a very, I think, poetic way for me to describe what went on in this game. I got a very strong sense that some of the issues that were very prevalent last season did start to show through as the game went on. And this was especially true after West Ham took the lead. I wanted to talk about the team lineups first as per usual, and I'll refer to my notes to talk about that. So, in goal, Alphonse Areola. In the defence, Sofal, Emerson as the fullbacks, Aged and Zuma as the centre-backs, with Zuma having the captain's armband. Souček and Paquetá as centre midfielders. Actually, it was Fornals at centre mid rather, Paquetá as a 10, with Benrahma and Bowen as the wingers, and Antonio up top. Edson Alvarez did not play in this game, but that was understandable. He hasn't really had enough time to prep during the pre-season. Souček hit the post from very close range in that first half, and he wasn't doing very badly. He made a couple of crucial interceptions in that game. And Pablo Fornals looked really good at the centre as well. Knowers of the thing that we call ball understand that, Fornals really isn't a winger. That's the bare bones of it. And I didn't know how to explain it properly. But Fornals isn't a winger. Knowers of ball know that. And everyone knows that Souček may potentially be better without Rice there to partner him. And that seemed to be very true. Fornals looked very comfortable in the middle. He wasn't very error-prone. He was certainly getting a bit more involved. Paquetá's tackling and, I think, ability on the ball, pretty good as well. And Souček was actually a lot more dominant from set pieces. Yes, he headed a few balls over, but he looked pretty good. He looked pretty good in that first half. The only thing that was lacking was a goal, but mind you, neither team really threatened in that sense. The game just flowed on, and the referee was good. He let things go for quite a lot of the time. Now I've talked about the positives, you could probably detect from something in my voice that I had to talk about negatives, and rightly so, I need to. Negatives here. Aged seemed a bit weak as a defender in that central defence positioning. Aged seemed to be getting bullied by Dominic Solanke, and that's embarrassing of all people. Solanke was having a good game, but he was getting in behind Aged every single time. Just need a bit of pace to finish him, and that's what we've been lacking. The only pacey player we had really is Jarrod Bowen. Our counter system needs faster players who don't make rash decisions. But it's a good display so far. And that was a good thing. No changes were made at half-time. I didn't really feel that there was any to make in that sense. Bournemouth started to intensify a little bit. David Brooks came in with a half volley, which was saved fantastically by Areola. Areola did make some very good saves in this game, but his distribution needs a lot of work on. He seems to be kicking it straight to Bournemouth players, or even the other team's players for the matter of fact. So he needs to be able to find a West Ham player a bit more. Then West Ham got the goal, and it was a pleasing one. Fornals wins the ball back, tackles it. It goes into the path of Souček. Souček finds Bowen. He controls it on the edge of the area, curls it past Neto, high into the top left corner. 1-0 to West Ham. Bowen back with a bang, already in fine form. Souček with the assist, already good for him. Was pleased with that. Both made subs to give them more of a threat. I mean, Justin Kluivert came on for them. But they did have some issues as well with injuries. Quite a few players went down and they had to use all 5 substitutions in very quick succession. Even their goalkeeper nearly went off with an injury. Again, made up for getting owned by Solanke by actually giving the guy a taste of his own medicine and putting in a good tackle to stop him from shooting. And then there was a long-range effort by Joe Rothwell, which hit the bar. And Rothwell was given man of the match in this game. Bournemouth also made a few more changes around. They started to show a bit more pressure. Came on to West Ham quite a bit. And I could sense us just holding back and trying to grind out the 1-0. This is where we go wrong. We have to kill the game off. 1-0 lead is never, ever safe when you get it early on in either half. You have to kill it off with the second goal. Especially in the final 15 minutes. Danny Ings came on and off, came Mikel Antonio. I have nothing against Danny Ings as a person. Seems a very well-spoken and nice guy. But he doesn't suit our team. He's a 31-year-old, high-earning player who we could just do with binning off. Doesn't suit us at all. And lo and behold, 1-1 came and it was coming. Solanke scored it and we invited that pressure. Bit unlucky because it came off Souček and it was deflected into Solanke's path for him to tap in. But, you know, it was just a bit of feeling. We tried to respond quite quickly. I mean, Danny Ings got in the way. Paquetá hit the post with a curler. That was twice we hit the post in the game. We would have won 3-1 if it hadn't been for that. It would have gone in the other side of the post. Fornals came off and on came Thilo Kehrer. And that was a bloody weird substitution. Really weird substitution. Why was Kehrer playing in a midfield role? Or were we trying to go 5 at the back? And Fornals had done nothing wrong to warrant him being subbed off this time. Benrahma stayed on the pitch. Why? I don't know. Benrahma should have come off as well, and I put Cornet on instead. But Moyes has got an agenda against Cornet, and I think it's borderline racism, in all honesty, why he doesn't play Maxwell Cornet. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's got to be something like that, because the guy actually looked a bit rejuvenated in pre-season, and now he's not even getting played until deep into stoppage time. Paquetá came off. Why? I do not know why so late. We had a late counter attack. Benrahma has a chance. He just crosses it straight to their keeper. Well, there's only 2 guys there and you could have kept it on the ground, you freaking moron. But no. You had to freaking cross it like that. It finished 1-1. It's not a loss, but judging by the meltdown on Twitter, you'd really think people were going to get mad, wouldn't you? You think people are thinking we've been destroyed 5-0 by some Seasiders, but we haven't. We just drew 1-1. It's not a bad start to the season by any means, but we should have done better. Should have done a lot better. Yeah. It's not bad, but it's not great. And we need to just pick up and go up against Chelsea. And that's on my birthday. So if we lose that game, I'll be pissed off because it's on my birthday as well. The only good thing that can really happen now is a few new signings are going to come in. And we're going to make some major signs. We need more attackers. We need fast attackers. Fast strikers. We need long-term defensive targets. I heard Cresswell and Antonio want out. That's the rebuild we need to get rid of them. Getting a new left-back, getting a younger striker. We might be able to cook once more. We just couldn't cook at Bournemouth, though.